After winning his second Super Bowl in his 7th NFL season, I am happy to announce that Isaiah King is returning for his 8th NFL season. Yes, you guys voted a couple thousand times, said that you wanted Isaiah King back for one final season. So yes, this is Isaiah King's last season in Madden NFL 17. We drafted a couple players for the Seahawks, and for the most part, they're actual trash, so we're going to gloss over those. Now here's a look at Isaiah King's legacy board. You guys have begged to see this. On the left side is before the injury. On the right side is him returning to the NFL after his injury. All in all, about 22,000 or so points, easily making him the greatest running back of all time at this point. Now, as we move on and look at the overall leaderboard, if you add his two scores up, he's ahead of Robert Kraft, but behind Jerry Rice. So if Isaiah King can have a good season, if he can repeat as a Super Bowl champion, maybe, just maybe, he moves into that third slot of all time. Now, our goal for this season is to get 1,400 rushing yards. We're going to look at our attributes as well. Isaiah is an 82 overall. Yes, he's an old fella for a running back. He's 29 years of age. You guys know the old mantra. Once you hit 30, you're pretty much going to be going downhill. Now, I'm going to switch up a few things in Isaiah King's overall kind of look and feel for this year. But if you guys have suggestions of what you want to see Isaiah King wear, whether it's cleats, different types of uniform styles, face masks, helmets, whatever, leave me a comment down below and tell me what you want to see Isaiah do. And because he's returning, let's hit 1,000 likes on today's video. I know you guys can crush it. Now we're heading into the game, the very first game of the season against Washington. We're here at home in Seattle. It's raining. The defense is getting hyped up. Isaiah King typically plays pretty well in these kind of cold weather, kind of these rainy or snowy or sleet games. But Jordan Williams, a really good running back for Washington, is pretty much right behind Isaiah King on the legacy board for running backs. But look at the moves from Isaiah. He throws it over to Epps, the backup running back. And yeah, Epps, you're probably not going to carry the ball a single time this game. Now here in our first drive, Isaiah's going to go in for a little bit of run up the middle. Look at Isaiah King finding some room. Okay, not bad for an old fella, for a 29-year-old running back that's been in the league a lot, had a couple of knee injuries. This dude's actually pretty legit. But 2nd and 4, we drop back for a halfback screen, and Russell Wilson, yeah, well, he hasn't gotten smarter with his old age, and unfortunately takes a sack. And the Seahawks are going to line up Isaiah King, a wide receiver some this season. He rolls to the right-hand side, gets a beautiful catch, but unfortunately, he's going to drop that one right at the last second. So 7 minutes left in the first quarter. We're going to be forced to punt the ball on our first drive of the year, and that's not a good look. So this time Isaiah lines up at quarterback. He's moving out to the left-hand side. No one is even close to him. He's trying to beat the defensive back out here. Isaiah King with the 87 speed. The old fella's moving. He's down to the 10, and they drop him down at the 9-yard line. 2 rushes, 74 yards. That's a pretty crazy average if you ask me, and he's pretty hyped up after that major play. Now here on 1st and goal, Isaiah's back in running back. Russell Wilson's under center. He splits to the right-hand side. Instead, the pass is going to go to the left-hand side. Isaiah King was wide open, but look, his teammate scored on the next drive, getting this touchdown. So Isaiah King's pretty happy as the big fella gets into the end zone. And oh yeah, the big fella, he likes to celebrate. Look at this dance move one last time. He might have stole that from Isaiah. Now on 2nd and 9, we have a 7-6 lead. Washington did score, but their kicker missed the extra point. So we're sitting pretty right now with a 1-point lead. And the comeback route didn't work for us, so 3rd and 9. Russell Wilson's going to look for something, finds Isaiah, but instead he throws it to Kubila, the young fella that came from San Diego and followed us here to Seattle, gets a nice little catch. Now a halfback screen, Isaiah's making a catch of his own, and jukes a defender completely out of his shoes, and he's still going. Isaiah is going to go into the end zone. 31's not going to be fast enough. Isaiah is completely gassed. He just collapsed into the end zone and says, yeah, I don't know if I can get up. Someone get this dude a gas mask. Unreal run and unreal play by Isaiah. He gets the ball back on the left-hand side and finds his way down to get nearly a first down. On 2nd and 3, we go up the middle, and while the Redskins defense, they completely clog up that middle. So 3rd and 3, Isaiah circles back across the middle, and Russell Wilson takes another sack. I don't know if Russell Wilson's just not as mobile anymore, or if the offensive line is just complete garbage, but something's got to change for us to be a little bit more successful. Now Isaiah with the run up the middle. Look at him finding lanes. He's still on his feet, putting his hand down to the ground. If you haven't noticed, Isaiah dropped 5 pounds from last season. Last season, he got all the way up to 400 pounds. He's moved back down about 235, and he is looking, to me, if you ask me, in the best shape that I've seen him in his entire career. Now, with the 14-6 lead, we're down inside the 20 now. Isaiah's back at quarterback, moves to the left-hand side, and has nowhere to go, but he spins off a guy, and they drop him again after a couple of yards. So down here inside at the 11, 10 rushes, 105 yards, but it's a crucial 3rd and 5, and we got to get into that end zone. Now a pass from Wilson over, and Isaiah leans back around. What a catch. He has the presence of mind to turn around, snag that ball, and now it's 1st and goal on the 3. The run to the left side looks pretty good, but instead they drop him at the 2. So here we are with about 30 seconds left on the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Isaiah finds the seam. He goes up the middle, and again they destroy him. They drop him at the 2. That's going to force 4th and goal on the 2-yard line. We opt instead to not go for the touchdown. We get the points. That makes it 17-9 as Washington comes down and gets their own field goal. So going into halftime, we're sitting pretty, but Washington comes back on their first drive, and they score to make it 17-15. We only have a 2-point lead now. Your halfback screen is looking good for your Isaiah. Again, he's putting on the Jets the afterburners. Is he fast enough to escape everyone? Unfortunately, he is not. They drop him at the 10-yard line, but still, Isaiah King's killing it right now. I mean, the receiving game has been incredible. The rushing game, he had one big run, a couple of small ones after that, but this dude is looking in mid-season form here in week number 1. Now, run up the middle here. Isaiah gets hit pretty early on, but instead they drop him down at the 2-yard line, so a 5-yard gain there to put him right where he needs to be. But tell me if you've heard this before, 3rd and 2 on the goal line. Can Isaiah actually get in here? The halfback toss goes out, and Isaiah does find a way to get into the end zone, completely untouched. Great moves by Isaiah. The lateral movement, the north and south movement, all of it looks incredible right now. So here in the 4th quarter, we have a 2-point lead as we're up 24-22. Washington's offense has been pretty solid today. Our defense is looking okay, but we're giving up a couple late points here in the second half that we've got to do better on. Now, a halfback screen looks solid there, but instead, Isaiah runs into his own offensive lineman. He bobbles it, he drops it, and he can't be disappointed with anyone but himself on that. So 3rd and 11, still with a 2-point lead. Russell Wilson goes across the middle, and that's not nearly close enough to a first down marker. Harris gets a couple of yards, but they drop him down and make it 4th and 3, and we're forced to punt. Now, Washington gets the ball back. They go a couple yards down the field, but they end up punting it on 4th and inches. And wait, did that just hit Isaiah in the helmet? The ball literally hit Isaiah in the helmet. You better have a good return, Isaiah. Oh boy, so the ball hit you in the helmet, you lost a ton of yards, and then you only get that kind of return? I don't think Mike Tomlin's going to be too happy with you after that play. So on 1st and 10 with 5 minutes left, we have a 2-point lead still. If we can just milk the clock, give the ball to Isaiah, throw some short yardage passes, we should be able to walk out of here with a W. And a beautiful diamond stone to nails. The tight end, all 6'6" of him, he's going to go down. Russell Wilson nearly has 200 yards passing now after that completion. So with 4 minutes left, Isaiah's going to find his way to the left-hand side. He's going to cut out to the left-hand side again. The safety brings him down, but still a great run by the King. He moves to the right-hand side this time, tries to hurdle a defender, and if Isaiah was about 5 or 6 years younger, that was probably going to be a nice little hurdle, but at his old age, at 29 at the running back position, it's not going to work out too well for us. Now, run up the middle again, goes to the right-hand side. This one's going to be dropped after a couple of yards, 2 more yards on that play. Push him over 140 on the day, but he's a little slow to get up there. Looks like they're actually going to pull him out. So on a new drive with a minute 30 left, we still have that 2-point lead. Washington's offense has completely failed them. Isaiah's going to move out to the left-hand side again, tries to fight his way down, and look at this, they dropped him down just shy of the marker. He's down to the 29. Washington only has 2 timeouts now after they've used their first timeout of the ball game there. So 2nd and 1, a handoff up the middle, goes up, and look at Isaiah breaking through the tackle on the safety. With a minute 25, Washington now has 1 timeout left. So as long as we play our cards right, don't throw any passes, we should be okay. But Isaiah before the game wanted multiple rushing touchdowns. He only has 1 on the day with 2 receiving touchdowns. He's still saying, "Coach, feed me the ball. Maybe I can break off one last big run." Now here on 3rd and 2, Isaiah has over 160 on the day, goes with a handoff up the middle and trucks the safety, completely destroying him. So with 30 seconds left, they're going to let the clock run out, and yes, we're going to walk out of here with a big victory. Washington's coach is not too happy today, but still, a 2-point victory. Doesn't matter if we win by 2 or win by 200, it all counts the same. Russell Wilson throws for 191 in the day with 2 passing touchdowns, which is good for him. Isaiah goes for $170 on the ground with 1 rushing touchdown. And then in the receiving side of things, Isaiah gets 4 catches, 125 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. All in all, a major debut for Isaiah. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Check the playlist on the screen, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.